There was one troop, Coco, who were drinking so much we had to fill them up like even more often. But they had some.
So there's no limitation if the monkey wants to drink a lot.
I mean, the limitation is kind of what we can, however much time we have. But normally after a certain time, we're like, okay, we're not topping up after this time. And they also, a couple of the troops, Coco and some in Goliath, they have juvenile monkeys, like 1-year-olds or 2-year-olds who can still fit in and take some milk.
And how do we know the number of bottles per enclosure?
So it should always say up here. Most of the information should be on this board. So this is what we're doing during the shift. And then this is all the bottles that need making. So Goliath today we're going to do 4 just because they might let the baby out. But other than that, this will tell you how many bottles each one should have. So we can take the bottles out and put them on the side in front of their bowls, so that we know how many we've got. And there's 2 things we need for making the milk. One of them is just for the first milks of the day. It's Protexin, which is just a probiotic, so it just helps with their gut bacteria. So that's just in the very first milk of the day. And then for all of the milks, the milk powder lives down here. And that's obviously every bottle. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there another? So first is to fill all of these bottles up. So we won't need these 2. But we're going to fill all of these up to the line.
Right.
Black line.
You have to put down to be just on the line.
Water from the tap.
Yeah, just water from the tap. When they're, if they're in the intro cages outside the troop, we give them filtered water. But once they're in the troops, we just give them water from the taps. Three, 4, 5, 6, and then you just
Shake.
So you can do another one if you want.
Another one?
So for these ones, we just give them rinse out the milk first, just with a little bit of water, and then fill them up about 3/4 of the way. Put in a little bit of soap, and then get them all good. Jowl 1, so just that one, and then you can put it in if you want to. This is Mango. He's very protective of. Oh, careful! Yeah. he's harmless.
Oh.
He's just a bit quite humanized. What do you want, Mango?
T'es là, t'es trop. Allez les bébés. Allez les bébés. Oui. Il fait sa tétine, regarde. The troop, who's in the intro cage and what they're getting. We have double and single plates. So the single plates are for small monkeys or for females. The doubles are for large females or males. And then sometimes we have to cut them small if it's a monkey that doesn't have great teeth. And sometimes we add fruit if it's a monkey that's health isn't so great, just to give them a little bit of extra nutrients.
But this is not written if you have to cut in small pieces, you just know.
Yeah, it is. It's written down.
Really?
Yeah, so there's no one. Oh yeah,
Okay.
cut small. Yeah. But these change quite frequently. So you can always ask if you're unsure, if the numbers don't seem to add up. These are the ones, once we've made all the plates, we put them into crates for the troops. So all the plates for Skunky and H&B go into a crate, and we put this on top so the workers know in that crate there's 8 singles, 1 double. But if for some reason the numbers here don't seem to add up to the numbers here, you can check with the section staff. So the single plates, they're always wet from being cleaned, but the single plates have this little thing in the middle, whereas the doubles is anything that doesn't. So the doubles can look like this.
Okay.
Or they can look like these. The doubles, they look a lot of different ways, but if they have this, it's always a single plate. The first thing we have to do is go and get some bleach from sickbay, because we'll have to bleach the food that comes in from all the pesticides and then wash off all the bleach, obviously, before we use it for the monkeys. Stop! You have to move on eventually. You didn't really die, remember? Oh, Laura! Wash the bleach off my hands. Oh, it's so cold!
Là, on a mis un tout petit peu d'eau de javel pour désinfecter les légumes et les fruits qu'on dilue dans la bassine.
We go in, we shut this door behind us so the monkeys can't get in, because then they just take everything.
Quick.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll have them waiting at the door. They're not too active. I think it's too cold for them this morning, so they'll be a while before they're around. Hey. So, find an empty crate. Food-wise, we always use one sort of leafy green, so that's either spinach or cabbage, one root vegetable, 2 other vegetables, and then we need 2 kinds of fruit as well. So, what have we got? We've got butternut, which we can use as the root vegetable. So we just want to find the ones that look good.
So how many do you have to put in?
Full.
Maybe like half full. Maybe full actually with these. This is quite a small crate. We can take a bag of oranges. I've already put some apples over there for us to use. Spinach. So if we have spinach, we always prefer using that rather than the cabbage. It's just better for them. And they like it a lot more as well. So we usually need about 4 bunches of spinach. And then we've got some beetroot down here as well, so we'll take that too.
Beetroot is a root.
Yeah, I think we've only got root vegetables at the minute, which is fine. As long as you have to have at least one root vegetable. All the vegetables are roots. That's okay. Lay all the plates out and put the food out as we went, but the bandits just steal everything if we do it like that. So we'll cut up all the food and put it into tubs, and then once everything's chopped and prepared, we'll make up the plates. So these are just soak for a little bit. We'll in one of these tubs, and we'll put one of these over as a lid to stop the monkeys getting in once it's done. Now we'll hunt down plates. Get two. And we do that for everything other than the spinach. The spinach is just a small handful on the single plates, a big handful on the double plates. Doesn't have to be an exact amount.
Certaines des assiettes ont des morceaux un peu plus petits pour les petits qui ont des toutes petites dents.
Ou les vieux d'ailleurs, non? Qui ont des mauvaises dents.
For the old one as well, you have to cut?
Yeah, for ones that are old, ones that don't have good teeth,
Yeah.
or ones that we've just seen struggling. Sometimes if we have a particularly small one. But the only small one we have at the minute is Arlo, and he's fine.
It's 10 times smaller. I mean, for the adults, 10 or 15 times smaller than a man. And still they got all this. So imagine that you have 15 plates like this to eat.
They eat a lot because, as well, they finish all of it, and they don't get fat. Working it off constantly.
They move a lot.
Yeah, I think they use a lot more energy than we do. So spinach for these three.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
About deworming, how it goes in
Yeah, we
stuff.
have every 3 or 6 months we do troop dewormings. We also deworm the intracage monkeys. The intracage monkeys, we deworm them every 3 months just because they're always living in the same place, so it gets more dirty, let's say. And then the troop monkeys, only certain monkeys, normally the low rank, we deworm every 3 months. Just because they're more due to
and can you show me how you do this with little sweets?
So we make really nice treats. We have different dewormers. Right now we're using Pirantel. This one is quite easy because it doesn't taste strong, it doesn't smell, so we can hide it very easily. We make sandwiches, so it's bread with jam, and in the middle we put the dewormer, so it's a powder. We put also some Protexin, that's this white powder on it. It has probiotics, and it helps just with the digestion of the dewormer. And then we have bananas. What I normally do is I make a tiny pocket in the banana, I hide the dewormer in, and then I cover it so that visually they cannot see any
What's
difference.
inside? Okay.
Yeah. And it's also, sometimes they're very fussy, so they open the sandwich, and if the dewormer is only on one side, they just throw that side away, and then they eat the other part. So that's why we put on both sides, so that they cannot throw anything.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you can give it to one of the monkeys?
So,
You,
Yeah, the
everybody
thing
have...
is,
Oh, I see it's
everybody
done
here
already.
got
Okay.
it already. So we have Zap over there. He is the alpha male, and there comes the alpha female, Susanna. They are following me around all the time because they want more, but they only need one dose. So we do it a course doing 3 days, and every day everyone gets one dose. Okay. What are you doing, Tracy?
I'm cutting up a banana, ready to put in some enrichment tubes for monkeys that are in intro cages on their own.
And why are we giving enrichment to those monkeys?
Because they don't have interaction with other monkeys in their intro cage, so this gives them a bit more stimulation, for want of a better word.
So why are you putting those leaves in?
Because it makes it more difficult for them to get the stuff out, so it takes a bit longer. Okay, I'll do another one. So, closing the end up so it doesn't all just fall out. A camelfoot leaf in, which they can actually eat. A couple of raisins. A couple of bits of banana. Another leaf. And repeat. And you just keep repeating until it's full. Once it's full, you fold the other end over. Again, so it's more difficult for them to get it out, takes them a bit longer, gives them a bit longer of something to do. There we go.
So in addition to the seeds and normal food they receive, those who live alone, are single, they receive something called enrichment. It's like a little present. They like it very much. Whoa! Slow, slow, slow. Yeah. And then they open the gift and look at what's inside. Usually some seeds again, some little pieces of food they like, and they take it as sweets.
Donc ça c'est la préparation de la nourriture qui va être placée par les workers dans les enclos.